Welcome back, Dreamscapers. Today we are checking out the AOC CQ32G1. Okay, so now that the difficult stuff's done, it comes with both cables. Comes with the HDMI and the DP cable. Comes with our mounting bracket and stand, and obviously a power cord. It's internally powered, which is great. Alright, setup super easy on this monitor. We pull out our bracket here, stand, whatever you want to call it. It just snaps in there, real simple. No tools really required on this setup. Take out our stand. It has one screw on the bottom that you do not need any tools for. That's it. Stand it up. Then we just need to plug it in. It's got one little sticker there. Getting to the plugins was a little tough to kind of maneuver, but I've definitely had worse. One thing about it is the stand's not adjustable, but it does. The monitor sits at about eye level, so I would like it if I could adjust it down a little, but you know, not the end of the world by any stretch of the imagination. I was happy that it came with both plugs, the DP plug and the HDMI. Okay, so once we get that plugged in, we'll just power it up. So yeah, setup was real simple and easy. Took no time at all. Powers up. Right off the bat, have a working monitor. And that's that. Great, let's get into the setuping. This is our G menu software from AOC, and as you can see, we have different tab windows that we can configure all kinds of different stuff. I haven't gotten really far into the different tabbed pages here, other than just kind of the lighting and configurations. So you've got everything that you can do from the push button menus, from the bottom of the monitor itself, you can do on this AOC G menu software, and then some. You can do pre-configured modes for different games, and I haven't found it necessary to where I need to, nor do I want to spend the time to set up pre-configured modes for every game I play. I've really narrowed it down to two configurations that I like to use. And so one of those is, when I'm gaming, is the Rts Game Mode. I've found that that produces brilliant colors. It's responsive and does a great job for gaming. I've got no complaints there. The off when I configured for just office use, like internet surfing, that kind of stuff, you could see how bright it got there. That's what we're going to do next. Go into the advanced. You can see I've turned brightness way down because this monitor will fry your retinas out of your skull. I've heard that past models of this particular monitor, the smaller models, may have been dim, but that is not the case here. Whatever they were lacking in brightness in previous monitors, they have more than made up for with this one. I can assure you, you can damn near get a suntan in front of this thing if you turn the brightness up. So, as you can see, we're recording here at 5 on the brightness scale, and I think I bumped it up to 10. And that's what I use for just reading and internet and typing up papers and that kind of stuff, because anything brighter than that would just blow me out of the box, man. I can't even look at the monitor for more than a half an hour. So these are the menu buttons. You can go through these and configure your monitor for a baseline to what I have set here and see if you like it. It's been working out great for me. These are my just office use settings to kind of go easy on my eyes. Obviously, when you're gaming, there's not a ton of white light that you're looking at, like you would be using text documents and that kind of stuff. So when I do go into games, I just use the pre-configured RTS setting, and I found that to be the one that I like the best. But obviously, you can play around with the settings and figure out what works best for you. But that's the great thing about these AOC monitors. They're very highly configurable. If you spend a little time adjusting them, you can find what you like. And once I spent maybe a half an hour, here and there playing around with different settings, I've configured it to work out great. So beautiful colors, and just got to spend a little time configuring. But at this price point, well worth the time spent. All right, so the breakdown on the monitor, as far as the review goes, I am thoroughly impressed, and this is my second AOC monitor, as I mentioned earlier, and I bought another AOC because of just the brilliant colors that these monitors produce. Absolutely floored by the brilliance in the colors. They're mesmerizing. The monitor is a little bit smeary when you're scrolling through text on the internet, what have you. But it's sharp, it's clear, and there's very little input lag when gaming. And again, the colors that this monitor reproduces are astounding. That has got to be the highest selling point of this AOC monitor, is just the vibrant colors that come out of it. So if you're into games, I play World of Warcraft Classic, and that's the colors in that game just blow you away. I mean, they're just beautiful. I actually will just stop playing and look at colors. Like, wow. So anyhow, as you can see, the gameplay, there isn't a smear issue really in the gameplay. Another really great feature is the deep blacks that are reproduced. You can see when something's black in game, I mean, it is black. There's no I mean, there's just nothing there. So the contrast is great. Um, the details are sharp, as you would expect from a 2K monitor. The like I discussed earlier, no input lag, and it's really just been a pleasure to use. Other than the setup time, as far as configuring the monitor for everyday use and for what figuring out the settings that I like to use for gaming and that kind of thing, um, which is a small price to pay for what the monitor costs. So another con that I'd like to discuss, I mentioned it earlier in the video, that the stand is not adjustable in height, but does sit at a comfortable height right at eye level. It does tilt back and forth quite a ways actually. I think there's about a 23-degree adjustment range in the tilt, but there's no vertical adjustment as there was in the smaller models of this particular monitor. The curved aspect of it is awesome. I didn't really know what to expect because it's my first curved monitor. And it took a little bit of getting used to, but now that I've gotten used to it, uh, it it's 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 weird, but it's actually it seems like it's flat in my I don't really notice so much that it's curved after playing on it for a couple of days. Um, so it's much more immersive being curved. So some of the great features that this monitor has is one of them is the FreeSync, which allows the refresh rate to be variable. So there's absolutely no screen tearing in any of the gaming that I've done, because the refresh rate uh, is variable. So it can change to the actual frame rates of the card at any given moment. So that's an awesome feature. Also, it has a 1 millisecond response time, so it's incredibly responsive, very low input lag, which is obviously important when you're gaming. So one of the other, if I had to complain about anything else, I would say that it's almost too big. Um, Really, I just need a bigger desk, I think, so that I could set it back a little bit farther away, um, because on my desk, the monitor just is almost too big. And I know that's kind of a silly complaint because I mean I could have just bought a smaller monitor, but I did upgrade from a 27-inch to a 32-inch. And when I bought my 27-inch years ago, I thought, man, this thing is huge. Like, why would I ever want anything bigger than this? And yeah, and getting the 32-inch, I'm just like, man, this thing is huge. Why would I ever want anything bigger than this? And I think legitimately I can say that comfortably this time, and I think it'll hold true because I mean, to look from side to side of the monitor, you have to turn your head, at least at like on a normal desk setting. Um, and the monitor does kind of sit forward on its stand a little bit, so it's probably a little bit closer than my 27-inch was. And so I probably just need to get a bigger desk where I can sit a little bit farther back from the monitor, and it'll be a little bit more comfortable. Um, but sitting up closer to it, it's almost too big. It's hard to look back and forth. So keep that in mind when if you do purchase one, that um, you're gonna want to be able to set it a little bit farther back on your desk. other than that, I mean, that also does add to the immersiveness. Like it does make it much more immersive. So that's it for this video, guys. Thanks for watching. If you enjoy my content, obviously, I'd love it if you subscribed. Click the like button for me. Comment on anything that you feel like sharing, whether you liked the video, you hated it, whatever. I love reading your comments and responding. And again, thank you everyone for watching. And I look forward to producing the next video for you guys. With that, happy gaming.